Hello everyone, Roberto here for another video review. This time I have another one of Montezuma's Great British Summer Pudding Bars, and it's Treacle Tart this time. So you can see basically, well, it's got the British flag on it and stuff like that, but essentially it says Treacle Tart there. So there's a few, it's got the blue banners on it, so there we go, yeah. So there's others in the range basically, all have the British flag on, but they have different colours like purple and yellow perhaps and stuff like that. So I got a box of 5 of them. I think there's only 5. There might be more, but in the box set there's only 5. And this is the last one I'm reviewing. Yeah, so I've reviewed the other ones. Yeah, so basically Treacle Tart, what it says here, it's with toffee, it's milk chocolate with toffee and hazelnut nibs. Treacle Tarts, the tart is generally like it can be a big cake I guess, but could be like these little ones as well. You can get sort of little mini tarts, I guess. Sort of pastry casing with a filling, basically, is the gist of it. I think tart. Right, so yes, it looks quite nice. Yeah, quite a nice looking bar, I'd say, and it's got some blurb on the back and some things. One of the bars, or maybe 2 of them, didn't have the nutrition information on for some reason. I think there were some of the older ones in the range. They've just not updated the backing. I'm not sure, but this one does. So it's quite difficult to read this. It has some blurb on the back, and I find it quite difficult to read it. So yes, it says aptly meaning sweetheart in Cockney rhyming slang. Treacle Tart sweetheart, I guess. There we go. And arguably the most famous of all Great British puddings, it has been fiendishly difficult to get that subtle treacle flavour and balance into our beautiful chocolate. Often challenged but rarely defeated, we worked on through chocolate adversity and can now confidently present this beautiful bar that has a true Treacle Tart hit. Okay, so apologise for my reading there, it's just difficult to read it, but he's enjoyed our handwriting much more. But yeah, so there we go. So so they've basically selected a few British puddings and turned into chocolate bars, and this is the Treacle Tart one. So the bar itself is 100 grams. It's quite good actually. It gives you per 100 grams and per 25 grams, which is quite good. So per quarter of the bar, it's 140 calories, 10 grams of fat, 5 of which are saturates. But for 100 grams for the whole thing, it's 560 calories, 39 grams of fat, 21 of which are saturates. So it's not bad actually for the whole thing. So it's basically the same weight as a Ritter bar, one of those Ritter ones. So yeah, something like this, These 100 grams as well. Okay, so let's give it an open, I think. Some of the other Montezuma's bars do give you a bit more blurb on the back about Montezuma's themselves, but essentially it's a British, is independent the right word? I'm not really sure, but it's basically, I think they do have a bricks and mortar store down in Brighton, I believe, but they have a web presence as well at montezumas.co.uk. You can see that there. And essentially, yes, so they're sort of semi-independent or whatever, British confectioner, so they definitely try to use, I would say, Central or South American chocolate. Yes, hence the name, perhaps. Yeah, doesn't actually give you any information about themselves, I don't think. But there we go. It says flow wrap keeps the bar fresh. Yeah, so the flow wrapping is an official term. I thought it was made up by Cadbury, but there we go. You can see quite nice. Here, a bit sort of semi-wrapping paper like. I think I prefer foil, but got that sort of, generally at Christmas you do get wrapping paper like that. Not too bad. Okay, so let's give it an open. Some of all the Montezuma's bars have been a bit disappointed by the content. They've just not had loads of content in them. So if you compare like Phasers and Ritter bars and some other things, they have generally a lot more stuff inside. And I think you can kind of tell from here, you can see there's some nubbins going on there, but there's not many. I won't say it's filled with it. And other chocolate bars I've had have literally been filled with filling, and you never really get that with Montezuma's bars, which I always find a bit disappointing. So before I forget that, I'll just give you measurements. It's about 15.4 long, and wide. It's about 7.4. You can see it's kind of divided into various blocks. So a quarter of which, so was it 8, 16, 20, yeah, 24, roughly 24 blocks. A quarter of this, 6, 12, 18, 20, so 6 blocks is a quarter, which is your 25 grams. So per 6 blocks is 25 grams. But they do this thing here, and aesthetically it looks quite nice, this Montezuma's thing here. But of course, if you're trying to eat 6 blocks, you can't with that, because it just doesn't. Yeah, you know what I mean. You can't snap it anymore. So I really don't like the way they've done that, really. And it's the only company I know that does this. I do concede that I would probably eat no problem more than 6 blocks. but if you're having a block chocolate bar, then don't do something like this. It just I don't know. It just irritates me, really. You want to snap it. You can't snap these in the same way you can those, and I don't get it. I don't get it. Why not just have the whole bar? Why have any blocks at all? I don't understand. Anyway, so yes, that's my little rant. But yeah, so it looks quite nice anyway. Smells quite nice. You do get a treacly smell to it. So treacle, yeah, as I say, it's like some kind of sugary, caramelly, sort of hard. Well, it's like, it can be runny, can't it? But I think generally, it's like a sort of caramel anyway, really, sort of caramelly thing. So it's a thing in its own right. So quite soft feeling chocolate, so it's quite nice. Okay, so let's give it a bit of a snap. So I'm going to try. So you saw me, I've tried to snap this, and it's just, you know what I mean. So, just doesn't. It's just a bit stupid. Really. I don't like that. Okay, so you can see here. So you can see there's hardly any of those white bits. I would expecting white bit all up in this. And I realise they might have done it because they're trying to get the flavour just right or something. But to me, if you've got a filling, you've got a filling. And if I'm having a treacle tart, then I'm having a treacle tart. I'm not having pastry with slight little bits of treacle in it. You know what I mean? So, this is my one problem with Montezuma's chocolate. They just don't have enough filling in. So, but we'll see what the taste is like. Generally, I won't say the chocolate's strong enough to justify. So there's a bit more here though. Not too bad. So what's it said it's got in it? So we've got toffee and hazelnut nibs. Okay. It does smell a bit of toffee. Well, it does smell a bit treacly. Yeah. Okay, I would have expected it to say with treacle in it, really. But yeah, I don't know if toffee and treacle are synonymous, but anyway. Okay, so let's give it a taste. So I do get hazelnut taste. Some really crunch in there as well. The chocolate's quite nice and soft. Now, I don't know, whenever I've had a treacle tart, I've never had hazelnuts with it. I mean, it might be an authentic treacle tart, I don't know, but for me, treacle tart's really been mainly treacle. That's what I think about. I don't feel like I'm eating treacle tart when I have this. The chocolate's not too bad, it's quite nice and soft. I'm mainly getting the taste of hazelnut. It's not a strong hazelnut taste, but that's what I'm getting. There's some crunchy bits in there, and I can't tell whether they're... I don't think it's hazelnut, I think it's crunchy toffee. Just because of the way it's crunchy in my mouth, it tastes a bit more like a crispy thing rather than a hazelnut, which is kind of like a soft crunch to it, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Now this doesn't taste of treacle tart to me at all. It really doesn't. It tastes of mild hazelnut. That's what it tastes like. Yeah, it just tastes of it. The chocolate's quite nice. Let's go back to the chocolate first. It's not too bad. I think it's quite soft and quite creamy, but I wouldn't say it's a strong. It's not a strong chocolate taste that sort of makes you. I'm not bowled over by it. It's quite nice though, but it's not. It's quite nice and soft. It's not very overly creamy, but it's It's not a bad chocolate, but it's a bit. It's more like a medium to hold other stuff in chocolate, you know. So I think. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't stand on its own that great. I don't think. I don't think I could eat a whole bar of their chocolate just without anything else. I don't think. When there's other chocolate, I'd rather eat, because it's just a bit too nondescript, I'd say. But it's what you're mainly getting with this, because there's not much filling in there at all. I've been eating a few blocks of this now. In fact, one's had a quarter of the bar, a third of the bar, and it's not. There's just not really loads in it. It doesn't taste. It really doesn't taste of toffee or treacle or caramel. There's some crunchy bits in it, and you get a small taste of hazelnut, but not a strong one. And that really isn't what Treacle Tart is about. So it really fails for me to be a Treacle Tart chocolate bar. It doesn't hit the beef at all in any way. I wouldn't say hazelnuts for me. What's the first thing that comes to mind for a Treacle Tart? I'd say treacle. And I'd say just, I don't know, I'm not sure whether I'm nitpicking. I mean, it does say with toffee and hazelnut. I would say the first thing I'd be looking for would be treacle in there. I realise that toffee and treacle might be closely related or whatever. But I would certainly say with treacle and hazelnut nibs on it, if they were very similar. So yeah, I think I can't fathom what's gone on with this. You know, it just doesn't taste of treacle or toffee or anything, and the main taste is hazelnuts, and it's quite a subtle taste anyway. And maybe Treacle Tart might have a hazelnut on top or something, but I wouldn't say it's the primary ingredient. I wouldn't say it's what you're thinking of when you want to have a Treacle Tart, and I certainly wouldn't have made it the main thing in this, and that's what's happened. Yeah, so very disappointing, I think, and I don't think the chocolate's that great on its own. I mean, it's okay, but I would rather eat many other. It doesn't have a strong enough taste of it on its own. It's more, I'll say it is good as a medium to hold other stuff. But with Montezuma chocolate, they don't put enough in it, so it never works that way anyway. You know, it doesn't have a particularly strong taste, really. It's just quite a normal chocolate. So yeah, so you know, it's not too dry, it's not too creamy. It's just a sort of middle ground taste, really. So yeah, so very disappointing. I think, and that's, you know, obviously, you know, feel free to watch the other Montezuma's reviews, but I think most of their summer pudding bars I found quite disappointing. They've just not had enough filling in there, really, to make it worthwhile. The chocolate doesn't make up for that. But in this case, they've completely missed what they were trying to achieve. You know, you can't even sort of see where they were trying to go really with it. It just doesn't work at all. So it's really disappointing, this one. I don't know if it's the worst tasting of the lot, their summer pudding bars, but it's definitely the one that misses completely, I think, what they were trying to set out for. So very disappointing. Yeah, so I think probably maybe, again, it's not an unpleasant chocolate bar, but I think for the expectation of what you were trying to get, I can't really award it a 3 out of 5. I think maybe a 2.5 out of 5, I think, because it's just, it really would be just, if you got this and were expecting some kind of chocolate homage to a Treacle Tart, you would be very disappointed, because it doesn't even come close. So very disappointing. Yeah, so 2 out of 5, I think, for the fact that it just doesn't work, and a 2.5 out of 5 for the fact that it actually still tastes reasonably nice, but it's quite, but yeah, it's quite, it's quite average, really, and I don't think it's that great. There's many other, if you wanted hazelnut in chocolate, there's many others you could get that are nicer, and there's toffee or treacle in it that it doesn't exist. You can't taste it really, and the chocolate itself, I'd say there's better milk chocolates out there as well. So yeah, There we go. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that review. Follow my Twitter, like my videos, subscribe. Apologise if you do like this bar and it's one of your favourites. Let me know anyway what you think and why you like it. I won't argue with you or anything. It'd be nice to hear from you, and maybe something I've missed, who knows. Yeah, it'd be nice to hear from you anyway. But certainly for me, yeah, definitely missed on most levels, I think, with this one. Okay, guys, thanks again for watching. Take care. Bye for now. See ya.